Okay, so let's get into this. I got snipers down. Do I have my info correct? Yep. 2 and 5, 2 and 5. Okay, EC is set to dry. I have my dismounted mortars on my motorcycle cars. Somewhere up here. All right. So if you never played Solitaire, this is going to be beginning of part two. If you never played Solitaire Squad Leader, welcome. I'm going to be playing through this campaign of Barbarossa with my SS Reconnaissance Company on motorcycles, as you can see, with sidecars sometimes. I'll quickly show you the campaign that I'll be playing. Developed by Hans Mielants back in 2002, so it's not reflecting second edition company rules. I'm going to be using 3 liters and 11 468s SS when I play this game. You'll see on Game Squad forums there's plenty of links to different campaigns. If you want to give them a try, by all means, I encourage you to go. They're fun. If you don't know what they are, basically taking a rifle company, in this case an SS Motor Reconnaissance Company, and you're walking it through a variable number of missions, either weekly or monthly, in this case 25 weekly missions, and between July and December of 1941. My own German company, rifle company campaign is 2 phases. There's the early war against France, and then there's Barbarossa, and then the subsequent year, which I forget the name. Uh, Operation Blue? Whatever it was. The German attack in 1942 that led up to Stalingrad and the unit's elimination. So it's quite a lengthy campaign. Covers a combination of weekly and monthly missions. But again, go to Game Squad forums and you'll see plenty of choices to occupy your time. Each mission in a campaign is typically customized against an actual historical event. That's the way I did mine. I assume that's the way Hans did his. He's referring in this case to these books to determine the actions, and from there he just modified your standard solitaire missions to reflect the individual unique campaign. Gives it a unique flavor for the unit. So I'm going to be playing mission 1 right now, which is Recon. All these parameters are set up. I have to bear in mind that there's this modifiers to these tables in my Russian generation tables. And that MSR3 is NA, and that only refers to rolling for extra transport for your vehicle, which I don't have to do because I have motorcycles. Okay, so let's get into this. First up, rally phase. Nothing happens in rally phase because there's no units on board. With Solitaire, I'm going to skip the prep fire as well because nothing's on board. I'm going to go to movement phase. First thing I do here is I have to roll for being in command, which is a condition of whether or not you can move. Friendly forces are in command, which it means, or sorry, they can either be in command or they panic. Enemy forces can only be in panic. They don't have to worry about being in command. What happens under each set of circumstances varies. If you're in command, you can do your normal actions. If you're panicked, then you're basically frozen in place, and you can only do close quarter defense if they're basically going to do almost right on top of you. You can only do final protective fire, which basically means anything adjacent to you, and of course you can fight in close combat with various modifiers, penalties, and such. So panic is not a good thing. Depending on your dice rolls, you'll either see a lot of it or not. So first thing I got to do is roll for command. So I'm going to pick my highest leader, my 9-2. Now the thing with leaders is you can, because you have a command radius as a leader, you can affect troops within 2 hexes of these. So anybody within 2 hexes could be potentially affected by my 9-2 leader as long as I have line of sight. For example, if there was a unit here, I would have to make my own roll. I could not use my 9-2 leaders. Leaders also have modifiers to their die roll to reflect the fact that they're leaders. So you basically, the way it works is you have a 9 as your base morale. You add a +1 because you're a leader. These guys are going to be adding a +1 because they're on column and in motion. So they'll actually anything but a 12, and these guys will be fine to move. This 9-2, I can basically need a 10 or less to not be panicked. So first die roll of the game, roll that, a 3, so he's in command. As are these guys here. I don't have them on motorcycles because they're going to be doing dismounted actions trying to clear this forward position. If you want to talk general game plan, what's my plan? It's only a small force facing me. Again, I don't know what this is. Actually, I haven't even rolled those yet, have I? I gotta roll my REs and such. Let me back up. So what I have to do is roll some parameters, which include random events and activation number, which I do by rolling against these tables here. So I've determined enemy SANs already. So I need to determine this enemy activation code. So it's a single die roll. 1's a 2, which is great for me. And then I need to roll 2 d6s to determine RE numbers. So I got to go friendly first. 1 and 4. So I'm on a 4-5. The Russians are on a 3-4. Again, that's all good news. They're on a 3-4. I'm on a 4-5. So what these are random events. These two numbers here, the enemy and friendly REs. Again, there's a lot of fog of war in solitaire. That's its selling point for me. And each nationality table has on the back of it a random event table. So you could have an engineer platoon arrive to help you out. You could do a complete evacuation, which means you still win the game, but you don't auto forfeit, basically is what it is, and anything in between. So that's those numbers are. Those numbers can occur every time you roll a win change die roll at the beginning of a turn for that side. So when I enter the Russian rally phase, I do a win change die roll. I could potentially roll enemy reinforcements or any kind of variable along the lines. When I enter the next German rally phase, I roll my win change die roll. I could bring on friendly forces. And that's the way those two numbers work. AC is just activation. When I come within a certain radius of individuals based on the nationality, which is determined by this activation check, table 1 on each individual country generation tables has different values depending on the unit. Basically, if I'm a -2 moving in open within 8 hexes of a Russian suspect counter, I could roll for activation. So I check this to see if it meets the parameters. If it does, I roll this a d6 to see if it activates. If I roll a 2 or less, it activates. A 1 is an automatic activation. A 6 is an automatic non-activation, and you take off the counter. So there's also modifiers to the AC based on what it is. So if I'm in a VPO or adjacent to it, I get a -1. Stone buildings, -1, and you can see all the different parameters there. That's where the AC number goes. The lower it is, the less activations you're going to have, obviously. If this was a 5, then just about anything but a 6 means it's going to be activated. And when I say activated, you could be looking at, depending on the nationality, a half squad with a heavy machine gun. You could be looking at a KV-2 or anything that runs in between. Pillboxes with a couple of engineer squads in them with a medium machine gun. And you name it, you can run into that kind of stuff. So again, fog of war, you don't know what you're going to be facing. And you just hope that the rolls are in your favor. All right, so back to here, I'm in command. So first thing I'm going to do is prep fire. So I've got 20 firepower. I'm firing on a concealment counter. These act like concealment counters. So basically it's going to be 10 firepower with a -1. That's not too bad. A 6. I did not activate his sniper, which is always great. If I look at my tables here, I always use the IIFT. I'm just crazy that way, I guess. 6 on the 10 is a 1 check, so I've activated it. Now I roll to see if there's anything that's going to be there. So I roll my d6. I rolled a 2, so it's going to be activated. Now if I find out what it is. To do that, I roll on this table A1, which is your enemy activation table. There's a modifier if they were on the advance, which they're not in this case. So I just roll a d6. Yep. Sorry, 2d6. An 11. Jesus. So it's squad and a half squad. Russians can't deploy, so it's going to be 2 full Russian squads. Now, if you look at your mission card for the campaign, it's been modified. There's a +1 on table R2, which is unit type, squad type. So I have a +1, and I also modify it, so it's 1939 to 41 is a +2, so a total of +3 on the die roll. So 2 squads, 1, 2. So both are going to be, what have we got, a 10 and a 13. So I've got a 527 and a 426. Alright, so they're taking a 1 morale check. Now, if you've never played Vassal before, again, they have these different kinds of dice rolls you can make. I highly recommend you use it. It keeps them divided. You could just use the normal 2 die roll, or you can use the IFT, the die roll to kill, morale check, task check, example, and just go down the line. It's really handy for keeping your dice rolls separate. Something to definitely get used to. Alright, so I need a -1 morale check. So 426 first. So it's disrupted and broken. And, yep. And the 527 is good. Now if I look at my IFT, I got a 2 on the yellow, which means I get rate of fire. So I'll fire a second volley at 12. Firepower -1. Woof, that's a great start. As you can see, it's already my favorite. Randomly selecting which gun breaks, heavy and the medium. Of course, it's always the heavy. And they're done. An 11 on the 12 is nothing. So as you can see, dice are definitely in my favor. Wow. All right, so that's all I'm going to fire, and then I'll move into... oh, sorry, that was my prep fire phase. I should have done that during the prep fire phase. Now I'm going to do my movement phase. You dudes are going to do what? Move up into position to flank. Yeah, let's just all move forward. My motorcycle scouts, my 2 4/8s. I'm going to push them south, stay far away, and either activate these guys at the tail end or else try and find a board. So let's get this first guy on the go. I believe it's 3 for cross country for a motorcycle. Where are we here? Yeah, 3. Let's go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 21. It's probably going to be visible. Where did I put them there? 7 hex range, and this guy will obviously be able to see at 8 hex range. Yeah, so potentially they both could activate. Good use for scouts. It's a bit gamey, I suppose, to be doing it this way, just using your half squad to do it, but it's in the rules, so it makes sense to use it. So I'm at 21 movement points and potential activation. So let's roll the VPO guy first because he's the biggest modifiers. So remember, I need a +1, so a 3 or less. That's a wooden building. So a 3 or less, and it activates. Activates, and it becomes a 10, which is a 9, which I believe is a squad. Yeah, single squad. +3 gives me a 7, which I believe is a 527 again. Nope, 447. So we got a 447 that crops up in the VPO location. And he's going to do some good old first fire. So 2 with a -1. 7 on the 2, probably going to be nothing. Yeah, missed it by 1, so that's good. This guy, activation check. He activates. 7 is a 6 is a squad. You play this enough times, you start to remember those tables. +3 on this roll is going to be a 426, which means he'll be out of range, so he won't be able to fire. But he will be able to stay concealed. 21, 24, 27, and he'll stay in motion. Where's motion? This dude here. Same thing. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. And I'll stay in motion as well. Not too bad, not too bad. This guy never rolled for activation because the +1 from the orchards would mean the modifiers. Actually, now that I think about it, it's only a -1, not a -2, which means they would have been out of range to activate. So technically, these two are never activated. Now you can do it just 2 ways. Is if the way it stays in the rules is if you make a mistake, so you know it is what it is, it stays on. Or I can reset these two suspect counters. Normally I'd reset them myself. I'm not afraid of going back in time and adjusting stuff, but in this case I'll just leave them the way that they are. All right. My tech and force, by the way, just because I never really showed that. So what do I have in my fire base? A heavy and a medium with 2 4.68s and a 9.2. I've got 3 4.68s and LMG making they're going to be assaulting into here eventually at some point and clearing it. And the rest of my troops I have set up on the road, on their bikes, ready to go. 3 4.68s and an 8.0 there. These are my crews with my dismantled mortars. These are my crews with ATRs. And these are my remaining 4.68s with a 9.1 liter to deal with anything in depth if it would have turned out that way, which I don't have to worry about that. What I'll probably do is this 9.1, I'll move them into these woods here so that they can help support this just in case. And the rest of the troops are going to ferry off down to the bottom right to get as much range as possible in their attacks. I forgot to roll command. This is stuff you forget when you're playing by yourself. So my 9.1 is in command. Now, as I said, within 2 hexes, right? So this 8.0 has to roll himself. So I'll do that right now before I forget again. and he's in command as well, so that's good. So all my forces are in command. It's not unusual for half your army to not enter the board as you're stuck off board in a state of panic, which, you know, sucks to say the least. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move into those trees, and this will move into there. That's what they'll do. So that'll be 1. Stop will be 2. Dismount will be 3. No, one for dismounting, 1 for every quarter, which would be 2. So there are 2 moving right now, and I can move into the trees for 3. So let me get rid of the bikes. And yeah, so they're good to go. Still be concealed because the wall prevents anybody seeing them. Now we have the rest of these guys are going to be moving, as I said, down to the bottom right. So let's go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Should still be concealed there. No, not concealed. They'll be right behind. Now these guys here, they're going to be moving down so that he can use his command radius to keep these guys moving. Again, I've run into many cases where they are stuck in place and they can't move. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. They'll be concealed because they're behind the trees still. And they're going to be staying in motion. All right, that's my movement phase. So now we go to enemy defensive phase. 527 will fire, obviously, so he'll fire probably on the heavy. That's not, it's already going to be half for long distance. So he'll be firing 2.5 plus 1 into the trees. Doesn't that figure? The 5 on the 2.5 is an NMC. Oh, I love it. All right, NMC. So top down, I got the leader. So he's good. So a 10 for the 468 heavy and a 10 for the medium. Ooh, I got heated battle. 7, I believe that's just going to be Fanatic. They're SS, so they can't battle harden anymore. Let's look at that. Heated battle's a 6. Battle hardened, elite. 6 is a 5. Oh, I get a hero. They become Fanatic and a hero. Excellent. No subsequent fire from the 447. So advancing fire phase, I could choose to uncloak now. But I would be firing at, what is that, 15-7 on the 7 table with a +1. Or I could wait and then fire next turn with the full firepower. Yeah, I'll wait. So no advancing fire. And we'll go to route phase. Disrupt the unit, it can't go anywhere, so it's going to stay there. Yep, we go to advance phase. They're going to advance into there, so that's a 3 with a +1. I need to be 3 hexes with the +1, so I've activated this suspect counter. So it is nothing. -1 for adjacent to VPO. -1 for already activated unit is a 3, which I need a 2 or less. So this is nothing. That worked out really well. Alrighty, they're going to advance. They're going to advance. Guys on motorcycles cannot advance, so that's basically going to be the end of my turn. We are into the Russian turn 1. What I like to do myself is I always save a map. Save JPEGs as I go along just so I have a copy of everything that happened. Probably redundant since I'm streaming it, but I find it a good little tool. All right. All right. Wind change die roll. So this is where the random event could potentially happen. I roll a dice on no wind, and I need a 3 or 4 for Russian RE. Doesn't happen, so nothing happens this round. Rallies. Can't self-rally, so it's all good. All right, Russian prep fire phase. So I roll for panic first thing to see if they can do it. As I said, the friendly forces and enemy forces can either panic. And what happens if you panic depends on the nationality. Or sorry, I should say whether you're friendly or enemy. But enemy forces roll for panic as well. So let me roll this. So doubles rolls are bad as a general rule, depending on the unit. So you go to your generation table for your unit. Sorry, for the enemy action tables here, you might not be able to see it, but right at the top is your different attitudes, advance and hold. You look at the hold. So I've rolled a doubles, which is a potential panic depending on the kind of unit. You go to the footnote, and basically if you're conscript, you're panicked if you're with a double 4. First line doubles on panics on a 6 and elites on an 8 or higher, I believe. I get that right? Let's zoom in. First line on a 6, second elite and partisans panic on a doubles of 4, conscripts on any doubles. So if I had the 426, it would panic, but the 527 would be able to fire. In this case, hold attitude, it's going to move. However, because it's a VPO and they're on hold, I'm going to just fire instead because he does have a target. So we're going to fire oh, sorry. I could have done a repair attempt. Let me do that. Yay, he's back. Don't break again. So we're going to fire firepower +1. Well, he activated my sniper. I guess that's good. 3 on the 5 is a 2 morale check. Oive Maria. So leader. Hero, I guess, first. So hero is wounded. 9-2 is good, but I've activated his sniper. Nope. So I have not activated a sniper. So the 2's cancel, so I need an 8 for the heavy crew. They're broken, and the medium crew is casualty reduced. And broken. This severe casualty bin comes into play. Just again, nice handy way for them to do all the calculations for you. So Russians already have 1 VP. And this guy is broken. So my fire base is ineffective. My sniper. Sniper chance. Let's see if it activates. Nope. So my sniper did not do anything. All right, we've got 2 squads. Let's roll for panic for the 447. Is good. The 426 is good as well. So they're going to combine fire as a fire group. This is something that it's not in the rules, I don't believe, but for me it always makes sense because the rules can't accommodate everything, and it would make sense that these two would fire, especially because the 426 would be halved because of range. So I'm going to fire 6 firepower. Halved is 3 + 1 onto the troops in the woods. So that cowers, and it'll be a miss. 9 on the 3 would be a, yeah, it's a miss. So that is it for the Russian prep fire. They've all fired, so they're not going to move. Now it's my turn. So again, I roll for my command. The 9-2 is still active, so I can use his. He's a leader, so he gets a +1 to the die roll, so I need a 10 or less. Barely. He's so affected by the fire that he almost didn't make it. Which means that these troops here now are in command and they can fire. So we got 15 firepower +1. 8 on the 15. Gives us a 1 check. So I need a 6 for the 527. Sure, why not? And the 426 is casualty reduced. And is yes, desperation morale again. You guys are going to roll for command. So he's in command as well. I'm going to unconceal and fire 12, 18 firepower +1 onto the troops in the building. I could spray fire. 9 +1. 9, 0 +1. Yeah, let's spray fire. Well, 10. Should not have spray fired. 10 on the 9 is nothing. So ineffective fire. Less than stellar. Russian advanced fire phase, nothing. Route phase, again, because they're disrupted, they can't route. I could choose to route, but I would have to drop my heavy. Or I could just stay in place. I'll just stay in place. Advanced phase. 527 will stay there, or would he retire? I could stack him in the building, but that runs a danger of being... Well, the 426 will move in, and the 527 will stay back on the hedge. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Yeah. Close combat, none. And we start German turn 2. So you can use that flip chart thing, or you can use your the standard table. Again, with this mission, it's going to be a possible game in on turn 10. From this point forward, I roll a dice to see when it ends. So it could be sometime in this time frame that the game actually ends. So I really don't know when it's gonna end. So German turn 2. So first things first, we got our wind change die roll to see if we can get a random event. Nope. Now we have rallies. So let's go the heavy guy first. So in the woods is 10, -2 liters is a 12, -4 for being despot is an 8 or less. I need to rally. Yep, so he rallies. This guy is an 8, 9, 11, is a 7 or less, and he rallies as well. 8 or less because he's fanatic. Actually, I don't think a fanatic guy can break, can they? He gets casualty reduced. Let me check the rules in that. I may have just lost the whole squad. Okay, so it can't be broken normally. Okay, that's good. All right. So they're all rallied. Great. Nothing to worry about here. He can't self-rally. It's not his turn anyway. So we go prep fire phase. Let's do command die rolls. So the -2 is in command again, barely. A bit of shell shock. And we do prep fire. So we have 5 and 12, 5 and 11. Bring math 16 with a -2 because of the hero. It's a 6 on the 15. That should get us somewhere. 6 on the 15 is a 2 check. So 527 is now broken. And ELR'd because he exceeded his ELR rating. You're broken. And the conscript half squad is toast. So in this particular mission, the attacker, aka the Germans, don't get any victory points for kills, just for spawning set kinds of units, map boards, and owning VPOs, that kind of stuff, as I already discussed. IFT, I had rate of fire, so I could fire again on this broken 426 now, which I will. So we have 12 with a -2. And again, so the heavy first. And the medium. So again, the heavy is having stoppages issues. Uh, 10 on the 12 is a PTC, so it doesn't matter. All right, so you're done. You're going to move this round because you're broken now. You dudes here, command die roll. So you're in command. You're going to prep fire. It should be 18 with a +2. Oh, I forgot about the orchard last time. 18 with a +2 on the building. 6 on the 18 is a 3 check. So the 426 is disrupted and broken. And the 447 is broken. Be a bad day for those dudes. I have rate of fire, but I'm not going to risk it because I've already broken a heavy twice, so. That will be it for my prep fire, so now we'll do movement phase. You guys here are already in command, so I'm going to move you first. And you're all broken, so I think I'll just do an infantry overrun. That'd be 1, 2, 3. Never done an infantry overrun before. I guess it wouldn't matter. Oh, there's assault into there. No, they will. Let's figure out how to do an infantry overrun. No, I can't do that because that only works with single units. Sorry. Rusty. I can only do single units with an infantry overrun. So they'll just advance, so I'll move into the open there. You guys here will continue your progress to the south, so let's roll this guy first. So he should be good. Yes, because he's in motion. So I'm just going to go forward 3. I'm going to activate another map board. So again, I do my rolls. So 2 for the map board, 1 for the sub map board, and then 1 for the orientation. So it's board 9. Board number 9. And then I rolled a 4, which gives me one of the funky ones. So I'm going to take board 11. I don't want to use these boards here. These are your funky ones that go vertically. And these are your, I believe, are your deluxe, or not deluxe, but double-sized boards. I think it is. So I'm just going to use board 11 in this case with the number to the north. I go up here. So let's keep an eye on our figures. Hopefully none of them jump around when I change this map board. So we're picking board 11. Flip it. Go OK. Nothing moved. Excellent. All right, so now I have to figure out VPO, so I need a number. Table A6H. 6, if you remember, is 2. Where's my tables? Yep, 6 is a 2. So there's 2 VPOs on this board. 1, 2, number 5, and number 2 on board 11. Five on 2 on board 11 is Z1, AA2, and I6. I6 and ZAA2. And the suspect counters are placed on the VPO and every concealment train around it. So 1 there. there, there, one there, and one in this half X. We'll figure out what that other board is later on. All right, so now I get 2 victory points. Because I've opened up a map board. All right. So I move 3. Let's get onto the road. So 6. So I gotta change arc. 3, 4. One more. 5, 8, 9, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 12, 13. Nope. 10.5, 11.5, 12. Yeah, let's go uphill. What would that be? Two. So that would be it's a 12. That would be 13, 14, 15, 18, 21, 20. Wrong. 18, 19, 20, 21. Stop at 22. And I don't think I'll be able to dismount. 1 plus 3 is 4. I can dismount. No, I can't. I'd be at 5. So he'll be mounted but stopped. You are going to be going up this way here. How do you want to do that? Command roll. So he's good. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 would be 22. 25, and he'll stop there. Can't dismount. Command roll for the 8-0 and the cruise. So he's in command. All right, what are you going to do? I can go into the building, but I don't know what's there. This is part of that risk and reward thing. Do I keep pushing south, or do I try and consolidate on these 2 hills here? All right, let's move you guys into this building here. The ATR mortar crews. I can't really set you guys up anywhere without being seen. This is going to be a pain in the butt to take. Down here to the bottom left. Yeah, so I'm going to move you guys up into this building. Then I'll deal with the crews in a second. They're going to run south into open ground. Let me put them there. I mean, I could send one squad to help cut them off and then eliminate them. That would make it simpler, wouldn't it? All right, you guys are going to you guys. You guys are going to help break up the crew there. All right, so oops. 1, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 21, 20 and a half. No. Stop there. I mean, I can stay mounted and would still prevent the rout. Yeah. Stop. So that's 21 and a half. Would be 1 for dismounting, 3 for the moves. Well, no, be 4 for the moves, so we can't dismount. So you're going to stay mounted, but stop. You'll stop the rout. That way those guys will be eliminated for failure to rout. The rest of you guys will continue the advance. So we're going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 16, 17, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 20, 21, 22, 27, and 8. So I'll stay in motion. All right, I got a mortar cruise and I got 3 ATRs. Well, I guess I can put them close to the leader there. Keep them all together. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. 3, 6, 9, 12, 9. 12, 10, 13, 16, 17, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 20, 21, 22, then we'll put them up here in motion. 27. I could stop. That's fine. Stay in motion. You guys should be right behind him. 3, 6, 9, 12. Turn is 13, 16, 17, 18, 18 and a half, turn 19 and a half, 20, 21, turn 22, 23, stop. No, they'll be in motion. All right, so that's all my moves. Defensive fire phase, they got none. Advancing fire phase, they have. I could fire. It's going to evaporate, so I'm not going to bother. Route phase. So you guys are going to failure to route. So where would you go? Can't go into the building. You go here. What's your target? Hey, you know what? I'm going to fire. 15 plus 1. 8 on the 15 is a 1 check. So they are half squad and still broken. These guys are not there. What's a valid target? Can't see them, can you? Yes, you can. All right, so you're dead. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. Advance phase. 1. 1. 1. Actually, no, you're going to advance onto the bikes. That's it for advances. Close combat, none. Rally phase, none. End of GE, turn 2. Allied rally phase. All right, let's do wind change. Oh, it's gusts. It's not applicable because there's no fires going or smoke, so I won't worry about that. Did I get that right? Yeah, just Gus. Not lasting, so we're not going to worry about it. All right, rally phase, nothing to rally. I do have a broken gun. And I have a really broken gun. All right, prep fire none, movement phase none, defensive fire phase none. Basically, there's going to be nothing to do on this turn because nothing can see. Nothing's been activated. So nothing to do for them. We go right to GE turn 3. Rally phase, wind change, die roll. 6. I think I get, no, I need a 5. No random event for me, no wind change. No rallies. No prep fire. So we go right to movement phase. So the 9-2. He's in command. They're gonna mount up. That'd be 1 1/4, so that would be 7 move 8 to start up. Turn is 9. Bypass is 12, 15. No, that would be twice. 9 6, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Stay in motion. I've got 3 squads here. 1, 2, 3. So they're all in command. So they're going to advance into here too. Should I bother with bikes? Probably not. I already said I was going to move them. So that's 2. 3, 4 would be on top of this dude. That was stupid. Yeah, they'll move on to the road. This guy here, he panics, so he's not going anywhere. The 9-1 is good, so he's in command. I'm gonna move on to the bikes for 1. Mount up is 2. So that would be 7, 8 to mount up. Turn is, start is 9, and then turn is 10. Oops. On the road, so this is 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, and stop. Did I have them overstacked? They shouldn't have been overstacked. I had them overstacked. Oops. Something about errors, no going back. I had 4 squads stacked, and you're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to have 3. Oops. All right, those guys have moved. So you have you here. What are you gonna do? Or you're gonna dismount for 1. Two, 3, 4. It'd be at a +1, -1 canceled out, so it'd be no modifier. Yeah, we'll do that. Dismount 1, 2, hedge 3, 4. So activation roll. 4 -1 for VPO. It is not stone, so this guy actually is nothing. Undo that. Just you. You are a -1. You are nothing. Huh. That's working out pretty good. And nothing else can see. Nope. Wow, that worked out. Can I be so lucky here? Command roll. The first 7 was for this guy here that I should have rolled. I forgot to. So he's in command, so he's going to dismount as well. An assault move there, which would be an activation check for him. He is nothing. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, and because I'm within 3 hexes of this board, I have to roll to see what this one is. So 2 for the board, 1 for the subboard, and then 1 for direction. So 6 on table A and 9. And it is subboard 3, so it's board number 4. Oh, that'd be dookie. With the number to the north. So board 4, number to the north. Okay. This has to change as the boards get advanced. Forgot to move them. Basically, the way the snipers move is as you advance to the boards, the previous board gets taken off. But you can't do that in Vassal. You'll screw up your whole thing. So it stays on, but you do get to move the sniper counters as they keep pace with the moving troops. So once these guys are off this board, I'll be able to move this sniper counter forward. So going pretty good, except for losing a heavy and a half squad. All right, so these guys here, let's go roll command. So he's in command. This stack here has to roll for themselves because they're out of line of sight. Or are they? I guess that would be out of line of sight. Oh, back up, back up. I got to determine VPOs on this board. So numbers, table A6H. 4 is 1. It's located on 1 I5. I5 has a VPO. Huh. No, all right. And plop these guys down. Now, okay, I was just looking to see if some of the missions, if you roll doubles on an activation result, you spawn a tank or a gun or pillbox or something. So I just wanted to confirm that that's not the case here. All right, so I have one more VPO on this board here now. In terms of victory points, what am I looking at? I've got one here. I'm going to get this one here for 2. I'm going to get 3. And I have 4 for activating the map boards. So VPs can be table A10B is your VP value. So again, based on the parameters on the left here, you'll determine the worth. So it could be anywhere from worth 1 to 6 points. Well, in this case, it's going to be either 2 to 6 is the values. So I'm looking at least a minimum of another 4 points. 6. 6 points on my 4. I'm looking at least 10 victory points. So I could stop here feasibly. And leaving this one unmolested and basically just run out the clock, knowing that I'm going to get at least 10 victory points at the loss of 1. What should I? Well, let's deal with getting to there first. All right, so I can move those guys into that building there. No, what am I talking about? That was not overstacked. I can move those guys into that building there with a view to bring supporting fire onto there. If I set the mortars up on that hill, I want to be able to affect 1, 2 hexes at the most. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So I'd have to do it coming off the hill. Well, no, it'd be +1. So that would be good. They wouldn't be able to activate. That's what I'll do. All right, you, my friends, are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to stop. You're going to dismount. That would be 5. Stop is 6. Dismount is 7. And you'd be at 2 move. You have 2 move left. Wrong. You'd have 6 move left. No, you'd have 2 move left because you only get to base 4. I can move into the building and risk activation, or I could wait. Would I? It would be a +3 and I'm 4 hexes away. No, I'll be fine. So they're going to dismount. And they're going to advance into the building. They'll lose concealment. But they won't activate anything because it'd be +1, +2, +4, -1 for non-assault is a +3. And with the Russians, the best you can get is 2 hex range with the +2. So I got to be basically Jason with the +3 for it to activate. So nothing else is going to activate here. Those troops will be in position. You guys, ATRs, are going to move up behind him. And you'll dismount as well. You'll just stay there for now. You'll advance move into the adjacent one. Actually, you'll advance move into here. Get those out of the way. You guys have to roll panic. So I basically need 3 7s. So 1, 2, 3. They're not going anywhere. Mortar crews are panicking, and oh, they're in motion, so I can get 1 that'll move. You can move. The rest of you will stay panicked. We'll be talking here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 13. 16, stop. 17, dismount would be 3, 4 is a bother move, so they'll be out of move. And again, because +1 for the hill, +1 for the non-assault cancels. They're too far away to be activated because they need to be within 4 hexes with a 0 modifier. So they're good there, out of sight. And I think that's it for movement. Oh, this guy here. No, you assaulted there. So everybody's moved from the German side. So I hit the move button to cancel that. So I know next turn I'll just start from advanced phase. I know who hasn't moved or who has to move still. Defensive fire will be none. Advancing fire will be none. Route phase will be none. Advance phase. So you guys are going to advance. Where are you going to advance to? Overstack? Now they're going to trees. That's fine. You are going to go here. Suicide. Yep, you'll go there. Activating this guy, which is a 4 -1. So he is nothing. That'll work out. You're going to advance into there. You're going to advance into there. Watch, he'll panic for the next 6 turns and won't be able to move in. Yep, that'll be that. All right, so we hit move again. That is the end of German turn 3. Well, I think I'm going to stop here. Been going for a couple of hours. I want to keep these segments to at least 1 hour length on YouTube, where I'm going to plan to upload this part 2 as well as the earlier part 1. Stopping here, Russian turn 3, and we'll carry on. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow night. I'm feeling it now. So, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, if on YouTube, give us a like if you think it's worthwhile. Leave comments down below for any suggestions or things that I've missed, which is very likely. And I will see you guys later on for part 2 of the campaign, where we finish off this mission. We'll probably play the whole mission. We'll see how that goes, but it's going pretty quickly. It's a recon, so it's not supposed to be intensive. I should be able to fly through this in the next another couple of hours. And but for now, we're going to call it a day. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you soon.